If you're thinking of buying a car, stop. Don't do that. You're insane. They're expensive. Fuel, maintenance, insurance. Get a bicycle or walk. Okay, if you're still here and you've been able to stomach the idea that you will now have a depreciating asset in which to dump all of your extra funds, or if you just, need a car like the majority of everyone in the United States to get to work, to do your shopping, to, have a life outside of work and enjoy hobbies and transport family members and friends or whatever it may be. Let's pass respectfully. If you've been able to stomach all of your extra money going towards this depreciating asset, this necessary asset, unfortunately, I have a couple recommendations for you, especially if you are a person that is generally cash strapped. Let's turn right. If you're not made of money, like most of us aren't, but you need a car, I would recommend a couple of different brands, a couple of different makes and models to meet your needs. The first of which would not be a Miata, unless you are an enthusiast and you don't need to transport passengers and or things, belongings like a person would have. Then feel free to get a Miata. Otherwise, there are a couple better options. Personally, I would recommend getting a Honda Civic. It sounds boring, I know. Get a Honda Civic, get a Toyota Camry, a Corolla, something practical. But honestly, that's what you should do. You should get something that's affordable. You should get something that is reliable, and that you can learn to do basic maintenance on, has room for passengers, and room to move any of your possessions on long road trips or anything like that. For me, the intersection of all of these things is the Honda Civic. I promise you, there are a lot of really great affordable options out there. Go look on Facebook Marketplace. Choose something like a Honda Civic, like an Acura, like a Toyota Corolla or a Camry, something that is naturally aspirated, so that's not turbocharged, and learn what those two things mean. Find something that has maybe 100,000 to 150,000 miles on it, that has already undergone at least some level of depreciation, but that under basic maintenance will last another 150,000 miles. A lot of people nowadays, when they don't want to worry about a car, when they want to make sure everything is taken care of, they will purchase a new car, finance it with a warranty, and they'll let the dealer take care of it because they don't want to worry about the headache. Well, if you're doing that, you're spending, you know, maybe close to $1,000 a month on a car payment that will own you for a couple years. And that $1,000 can be put into savings. It can be put aside for investments. You could save it up for a down payment on a mortgage on an investment property. I think it is one of the worst ideas to put your hard-earned money, especially if you're not making a lot, into an appreciating asset. And that's what cars are for the most part, unless you're buying collector's items, which, let's face it, the vast majority of us aren't. The vast majority of us are not playing that game. We can't get an allocation for these expensive vehicles. The vast majority of us need something that we can drive every day, that gets us from point A to point B, and that turns on every time, and that will last me 10 years. And let's face it, if you want something that you can trust to last you 10 years, that can last you upwards of 200, 300,000 miles, you should be buying a Toyota, you should be buying an Acura, a Honda, a Lexus. All of these cars, especially the older ones, you can find for excellent prices from private sources on Facebook Marketplace. That's my first place to go. If you need something with all-wheel drive, get an Acura MDX. Get a Lexus RX 350. Get a CRV. Find something for $5,000, maybe $8,000 with a reasonable amount of miles on it, and take care of it. Learn how to change your own oil. It's really not that hard. You can do it in an apartment. Learn how to change your own oil. Do it at the manufacturer's recommended intervals. Don't fall for the shiny new thing. You have goals, you have dreams, you have aspirations. Don't let the shiny new thing prevent you from achieving those more important goals in your life. And the vast majority of us are getting pushed into purchasing things that we really can't afford. And by so doing, we are kneecapping our future. I love cars. I really do. I enjoy them a lot. And there's a whole list of cars that I would love to own, or at least that I would love to drive. But more important than wanting to drive or own those cars is my financial stability and independence in the long run. And I know that setting aside money now, preparing for the future, investing what I have now, will pay off in the long run. And maybe 10 years from now, 15 years from now, I'll start to be in that frame of mind, in that space in life where I can start to afford to spend a little bit more money on those things that I enjoy, to spend a little bit more money on those luxuries, those things that aren't integral to my current happiness or my long-term goals. I wish you all the best of luck in your endeavors. The best of luck in achieving your goals, your dreams. Don't shortchange yourself. Don't kneecap your dreams before they're even getting off the ground. See you later. We are low on coolant once again.